Hi there. Welcome to the Planner Perfect podcast. I'm your host, Jenny Penton, and I am so glad you're here. Happy New Year. Happy 2019, and hope that you had a wonderful holiday and that you are back in the saddle and ready to plan your life and live your best life for 2019. So many women, especially moms, forget who they are. And my goal is to help you remember. Let's go ahead and get started into this podcast. Today, I'm going to talk about overwhelm and what you can do, the key secret to success in getting out. I get this question asked, and I get DM'd and emailed on the daily on what to do when you are overwhelmed with a lot to do, and yet still have a lot on your plate for the day's tasks, that kind of a thing. So let's just dive right into this topic. And it's so simple, the remedy. It's so simple, the remedy. Me being a homeschooling mom of 8, totally get you, okay? I get you. And I don't even care what season you're in. We all have the potential to have moments where things get stacked up, and we've got to get a wrangle on them, corral them up, and get them banged out. And if you're new to me and you're new to my method and style of planning, I think that's what trips a lot of women up, because normally women tend to plan and live off tasks, which makes you behind anyway in the first place, because no one wants to live by those. They're uninspiring. If I sit and base my life on how well I'm doing in life by check marks of completion of jobs I get done, I'll eventually tire and get bored. Now, if I am, though, not only being a very organized CEO of my home and taking care of my home and getting things done on my list and taking care of me. And when I say that, I mean what my goals are, what my personal goals are, what I'm going for, using my talents and taking time for me. Now, when you combine those two things, and when you use your planner as more as a script and vision board with details on how you want to accomplish it, which show and prove intention, now you're talking, and that is where you'll succeed. So you can't live your life based on tasks, because you will get into overwhelm. But let's say you're in the state of overwhelm right now, okay? So you know what I would recommend? I would recommend you get out a piece of paper. Don't even use my planners for this. Get out a piece of paper, or what I love to do, because my planners, several women will be using my planners already, and they're like, well, I'm already behind. I don't even really know where to put all that in my planner. Now, you could go right into the Planner Perfect planners and just start listing out. Just spend, depending on how much of an overwhelming things you want to really get done so you can get caught up. You could be a week, 2 weeks, a month, a day. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It's just take the time you need to get it done. And I would recommend not overwhelming your days of stuff that you got to get done. But I would definitely get out a piece of paper, or what I love to do, I was going to say, I cut out some beautiful scrapbook paper and I put it in and I tip it into my planner with a big long list in the back of something I want to nick off, okay? And usually all of mine are like awesome personal goals, but sometimes they're just like household that I need to get done. And just start listing it all off. Brain dump the heck out of your mind. Get everything down in a list, and then that way you can take that beautiful piece of scrap paper that you've cut to it's long, okay, and narrow, that you've tipped into your planner, or whether you've just got an extra piece of paper sitting on your desk, whichever how you do it. That piece of paper can just especially the scrapbook, that can just get tipped into each day and then you can check mark it off. I would recommend that the kids are eating catch as catch can. Okay, I grew up with my dad saying that, which means, you're really basically fending for yourself. I would have popcorn. I would have frozen pizzas stocked. I would have, these kind of days are when I've done this on occasions, and it helps me accomplish my tasks. I'm not going to try to make sure I've got roasted chicken on the table on a day when mom's trying to get out of some stuff to get unburied under. So these are days to just take this on with pride. You don't let your pride or ego get in the way here. You're going to just go ahead and feed them the quickest and on paper plates as possible. Everyone gets paper plates, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You've got easy dinners, easy cleanup, all of it. And I would scratch as many plans as you have. Just get caught up. Give yourself permission to caught up. And the reason why I even go into some of this stuff is like getting your ego out of the way is because I think sometimes even women can get guilty. Like, I feel like a failure as a mom. I feel like a failure as a wife or something if I do that. But I think what happens is that if you don't get caught up, you get in this cycle of overwhelm, which then feeds on guilt. Then your thoughts are in the wrong place. You're getting so much momentum in the wrong direction that now you're just crazy. Okay, so we need to back this up, and let's just back it up. Let's put everything on some hold and some standstill. Let's get a list going. And I'm an anti-lister, but these things get pulled out. These are something that comes out only when needed. You don't live off this on an everyday. A lot of women live off of it on an everyday basis where they're fast fooding it and living off lists. Boring, unintentional, and uninspiring. And they can contest to it because they are uninspired, trying to find planner peace, and they don't even know, they are just living the mom life. You've got to understand that you are more than a mom and fulfill your calling alongside your motherhood, and it can be done. And if I'm a mom of 8 and I can do it, so can you. And so enjoy the journey with this. I thoroughly enjoy loving my children and being a mother alongside me pursuing personal goals. Me even being a business owner, find it so refreshing to be able to and have the privilege to be working from home and having all my kids home, even homeschooling, and be able to watch each other, enjoy each other, and to I think it's awesome to be able to witness everyone in the family pursuing stuff they love individually. No one's pushing other people's agendas on each other. Everyone's really pursuing and enjoying and learning learning and growing and seeking and finding. And it's so cool. It's just a really cool way to live. And so that's the key. That's the key. So there's so much more to my planning method. If you're not a member of Planner Perfect's community, jump in, and what are you waiting for? Get on over there. 2019, we're really going to crush it. Filled with courses, spiritual courses, as well as with 2019, there's going to be there will be available planning courses and one-on-one planning coaching, which I will be offering this year. So hop on over to the community so you can be up to date on what is available, as well as Designs by Planner Perfect's newsletter, where, number one, you get a discount when you sign up, and also you'll get new video that comes out or things that help you with your planning and writing a better story for your life with intention and remembering who you are, using your talent, finding joy in your everyday life and what you're doing and pursuing. And so there you go. Let's recap real quick on what you can do to get out of overwhelm. And it seems so simple, yet I'm going to give you permission. It's like I'm going to write down like a doctor does with a prescription, except this is far more greater and won't have any side effects, okay? Except for good ones. You get out a beautiful piece of scrap paper and cut it in a long, narrow line, okay, long and narrow, tip it in your planner, or just rip out a college ruled paper and you sit it on your desk. Write down everything, brain dump everything that you'd like to get done and accomplish. Use paper plates, easy meals. Don't worry about it. Kids are very resilient, and they can eat bananas, popcorn, and frozen pizza for a couple days, and they're going to be survivors, guaranteed. And get your stuff done. Get caught up on that laundry. Get caught up on all of that stuff, that the rooms that are buried in stuff that you need to clean, clutter out, and clear out. Just get it done. Get it done. Then you're on a fresh plate. You're fresh. You're starting over. Now you start that menu planning, that healthy, what you're going to start feeding your family. We're going to be doing this together. It's going to be a really fun year. I've got so many great things to share that have really worked for me, and with just feeding my brood, and what has helped me stay organized, and what I do to pursue me, and the importance of it. We're going to be sharing all of that kind of stuff here. So make sure you share with your friends the podcast, and we're all in this together. I hope this has helped. Leave a comment if it has. Give me some of your best ideas for getting out of overwhelm, and what you do to get out and unbury yourself. So thank you for your time. Thanks for joining me. And until next time, bye-bye.